the 43. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
It's going to be a long day. Great. It's going to be a long day.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Complete to Wright. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Complete to Jarius Wright. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 45-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here we go on fourth. Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Gun.
To throw again on second down. Newton, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Here's Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, 38 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Breeze now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaq Thompson getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Breeze. And Ginn's got it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 30. The 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Murray. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, what's the ball? 5-9. Check.
Breeze to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
He is covered by Trey Boston.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction. It got his man, complete. 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned